It's Friday night. I have no idea what that means, other than that it's Friday night.
Kind of like when you say, "It's another week."
It is another week. It is another week. If Jason were here, it would be Wednesday. So different times, different places. Good evening, Kristen. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. What I want to know is if there's anybody that pops on from Facebook or YouTube.
Oh, my wife just disappeared. I mean, completely. Don't know where she went. So I will wait. And I assume she'll be back. But hey, it is good to be here. Friday evening. We've been having a great day today, having a lot of fun, and just really enjoying ourselves. We did some great interviews today, and so wanted to come on for a little bit. Went out to dinner, and it was a blast. We had a great time. Anyway, um, it's good to be here. We want to thank each and every one of you for all of you that have watched Abundant TV and do all the things that you do to help us grow. And there's my wife. She's back. Hello. Where did you disappear to while I'm
My
stalling?
my computer decided the battery was not going to last any longer, and I didn't know that it wasn't plugged in.
I was stalling by telling people what a wonderful day we've had. So
Yes.
it is good to be here with everybody. And I just, man, we're so thankful. It's Friday night, and I was telling them that we decided to just jump on and see how everybody's doing.
Yeah, it's we haven't done this for quite a while.
I, I'm trying to remember when, to be honest with you. Is it's got to be last year.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's been a while.
Yeah,
So,
it's
I guess before I forget, um, I wanted to make an announcement. Michael Bailey asked me
wait.
to.
You do that. I'm going to disappear. Not really, but just I'm going to go to the background
Okay.
so I can share this.
Okay. So there is the Michigan Gospel Music Showcase that is taking place at Emmanuel Baptist Church in Ypsilanti, Michigan. And that is going to be on Friday, June 13th and Saturday, June 14th. So if you like gospel music, be on the lookout for more information about that in the upcoming months. And then also, if you like gospel music and you are in Indiana, there is the Indiana Gospel Music Fan Fest, and that is going to be starting on Thursday, June 5th, Friday, June 6th, and Saturday, June 7th. And we hope that you will come out and be a part of that. That's going to be a lot of fun too. So, those are a couple of the more regional events that are going to be taking place coming up this summer. And I'm telling you, I cannot wait until it's summer again. Now, I like the winter, but we haven't really had any good snowfalls here in Ohio. It's just been really disappointing because every time they forecast snow, it goes around us. It either goes north of us or it goes south of us. And we had freezing rain the other day after they told us we were getting like 5 to 6 inches of snow, and we got freezing rain. And then we were supposed to get 4 or 5 inches of snow tomorrow, and now it's not even coming anywhere near us, and we might get like a tenth of an inch of ice. The one thing that we don't want is we do not want to be getting snow when we are going to NRB at the end of February. So we are going to be heading to National Religious Broadcasters Convention in Dallas, Texas, and that's going to be at the end of February, which is going to be really a lot of fun. We're looking forward to connecting with a lot of new people and seeing some people that we've met in previous years. And we've got a lot of really great interviews coming up that are scheduled for that week. So it's going to be a lot of fun, Rob.
It is going to be a lot of fun. I get to share this now. Do you want to go share it on? I didn't share it on my own personal page. How stupid. Anyway, we've got that coming up. And hey, listen, the event in Columbus, Indiana, which is a neat event. Kristen and I have a great time when we go there every year. And just, man, that is one of the coolest little towns. About it's not far. Let's just put it that way. Not far from Indianapolis, not far from Louisville, Kentucky, and just a neat little town with a lot of great history, and also just some really great shopping, some really interesting restaurants. Just a fun place. That's coming up in June. And Kristen talked about NRB, National Religious Broadcasters, coming up the end of this month in Dallas, Texas. Those of us that live in colder regions are super excited about the fact that we get to go to Dallas, even though it's not going to be super warm. It will be warmer than it is here, more than likely, and so that's always exciting. And my wife is still she's over there.
No, because I'm like, I got it shared to my page, and I gotta remember to turn this off because you know how much my phone buzzes this time of the night.
Yes, yes. So
So we've been talking about where we should go on our family vacation this year.
yes,
So, just kind of put things in perspective, um, some of our family, my brother Jeff and his family don't go with us. They have their own little vacation that they usually do, go out to the Rockies, and sometimes they go to the beach. Sometimes they do some other things, but, um, my brother Doug, my sister-in-law Lori, my niece Sophia, my mom and dad, and Rob and I will go on a family vacation in the summer. And we have not decided where we are gonna go this year. So last year we went to Lake Tahoe. The year before that, we were in Galveston, Texas. So hot. If you if you saw our show where we showed a little clip of Galveston, Rob looked like he just can't come out of a sauna. He was, like, drenched. It was
it was
just so
so
warm. And the year before that, we were in Park City, Utah. I love Park City. Park City was awesome. And so that was our first, family vacation after we got married was Park City.
yeah.
And
It
then
was super fun.
yeah,
Great time. Love Park City. Love Utah. Great place to go. And even Park City in the summer is fun.
yeah. And then we were in before we got married, the summer before we got married, my family went to, Palm Coast, Florida. So we went to St. Augustine, and then we did some things around there. Now 2020 was a little bit different because that was COVID. And so we ended up going to Pigeon Forge because we could drive there because we were not gonna fly and have to wear a mask the whole time. So we went to Pigeon Forge 2019, trying to think,
Was that St.
2019
Augustine?
no, that was 2021.
Okay.
2019 might have been I think it was Steamboat Springs, Colorado. And then 2018 was probably, Sedona, Arizona.
And then San Diego was 2017.
2017,
I
San
wasn't even
Diego.
real then, but I even know that.
Yes.
So yes,
Well, that's because we were texting in
yes,
2017.
yes.
So, but it was fun. So we have a lot of fun on the vacation. Sophia, my niece, does not believe that it is an actual vacation unless you get on an airplane. So we try to get, try to do something like that. And you guys, if you watch the show, you've seen Sophia. She's made an appearance in a couple of episodes.
These two that I know of.
She's gonna be in yeah, she was on our Christmas special, and she helped make cookies, and she did a guest appearance in Texas in Galveston, and she is also in the Lake Tahoe episode that we haven't aired yet, but we did show a little preview of it in the National Plan for Vacation Day, episode of the Rob and Kristen Show. So if you have an idea of some place you think that we should go on vacation, we would love to hear from you. And because Rob and I are also going to be filming, so we're going to be doing some episode, at least one episode on our from our trip. So that'll be really a lot of fun. But we just don't know where to go.
We did I think it was 2 or 3 episodes in Tahoe, and it was so much fun. We did 3. The reason I remember We did the one by the fireplace, remember? We
Yes.
did the one in that back room and then the one outside. So 3 episodes. The one we did outside was very interesting because cars would go by while we were doing it. So there were a couple times where we had to take a break, but we did the whole show outside. So it was a lot of fun. Beautiful place. Tahoe's a great place. Been there several times and really enjoyed it. But we're looking for a place. I'm pitching. Uh, I really would love to go to Whitefish, Montana. That's my pick. But we'll see. We'll see where we end up.
I love the mountains. I think the mountains are just beautiful. I would love to go to Glacier. I've never been there. I wanna go to Alaska. I have not been to Alaska yet, and that might be something that you and I have to do sometime, Rob, go to Alaska, maybe take one of the trains. That I don't know if we wanted to do one of the interior trains up in Alaska, one of those short little trips, but do something like that. I've heard so much about Jackson Hole that I feel like I need to go there and go, just to see all of the Grand Tetons and just the little downtown area.
And that's Jackson Hole, of course. As a family, we used to go, and so I enjoyed it. My dad used to speak there. There was a church just outside of town, and we'd speak. He would speak there every year for evangelistic rally. So I love that area. I love the mountains. I love the beach too. Of course, growing up in Seattle, it didn't always, to me, I didn't look at it as a big deal to go to the water. That was not and neither really was the mountains, because if you know Seattle, they're both within 30 minutes. But it just seemed more. I love the mountains were vacation, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Well, I love the beach too. I mean, we grew up going to the beach. Um, but it just is like, okay, so if you're gonna go to the beach, where are you gonna go? There's only so many places you can go that aren't gonna be so hot in the middle of the summer, and that's when we're gonna be going is in the middle of the summer, and, this hot sun the hot southern sun and I do not get along. I get sun poisoning, it is not fun. Um, but I don't know, I like the mountains, I like just to sit it just they feel it feels so serene when you're in the mountains, it just feels like you just can take a step back and slow down a little bit, and it's really a lot of fun. So it's so interesting and it's so much fun to look at all these different places and plan adventures and decide where it is that we want to head next because we've got vacation. We have um honeymoon 5
Honeymoon 5, the
that we
return.
have that we have later this year. So we've got a couple of different trips that we need to plan, but we need ideas.
And for those of you that don't know that joke, the joke, we call it our anniversary trip every year, honeymoon whatever year. So we'll have been married 4 years this coming September, and we call it honeymoon again whatever year. So we had a great time in Mackinac. That's You haven't seen that yet, but trust us, you had a great time. We had a great time in Mackinac. Did a show there that will air this spring on the network, and we're excited about that. So many neat things. Hey, one of the neat things I did want to talk about besides our trips is this new group that we started, and this is super fun. And if you haven't gotten an invitation from Kristen and I, just shoot us a message. We'll make sure that you get invited. Whether we call the group Faith, Freedom, and Business, because we both spend a lot of our time in the business world, and we're very blessed with what we do. But it's just these are the important things. Our faith is super important. Freedom is super important, and of course business. And we've got a lot of things that we're working on behind the scenes with this. It's just another part of what we're doing with Abundant TV, and that to me is incredible. And this is something that's been on my heart, and Kristen can tell you, for about a year.
So you do not have to be in business to be part of this group, by the way. You can be, you can be retired, you can be in ministry, you can work a job, a 9 to 5 job. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be in business. What we're trying to do is we're trying to connect people. And, we've been fortunate and blessed enough to be around so many different people from so many different areas, whether it's in business or in ministry or in broadcasting. There's just so many different people. And the one thing that we've noticed is everybody feels the need to be a part of a community. Everybody needs to be connected somehow. And I think it's one of those things that we feel like we are facilitators and we want to connect people. And there are business people who need to connect with other business people, and we know both of them. And we're like, we just need to get them together. And then we have ministries that need to connect with churches, and we have ministries that need to connect with other ministries. Um, and broadcasters that need to connect with each other, and broadcasters that need to connect with businesses or ministry. So there's so many different ways to connect, but above and beyond that, we want the group to be a place where you can share your prayer requests. And one of the things that we want to do is do a Bible study. That's been a part of our blueprint for Abundant TV since before we even launched it. We had talked about wanting to have abundant groups. And so that's one of the things that we are planning on doing down the road someplace, but we want you to be a part of what we're doing and grow with us and get to know us, get to know the other people in the group, and just become part of our family.
Hey, if you're a pastor, and like you just said, if you're a pastor and you're going, this is right up my alley, I would love to do something like this. These are going to be Zoom-based Bible studies, and we're going to have them from around people from around the world getting together. It's something that Kristen and I love and have a heart for, and that's connecting people. Like Kristen said, we want to connect you together, and that's I think we joke about it, but it's really true. Is like our real calling is to be connectors.
Mhm. So do you think one of the things that we'll talk about in our group is the Super Bowl that's coming up?
I believe so, and we I'm sure we will, because there's a lot of guys in there. There's Jason, of course, part of our team. Jason's going to be in there, and he and I talked about it at quite length on our Wednesday edition of Thrive. Yeah, it was a lot, and it's tough because I really don't care who wins, but it would be kind of interesting to see the Chiefs win 3 in a row.
Yeah, it would be kinda interesting. I was really hopeful that the Lions would make it this year. They had a lot of injuries though, but, you know, it was just something that I was hoping for. And, Cash is up on the table next to me, by the way. So if anything gets knocked down, it's probably him. He is my ragdoll cat, and he is huge, and he's messing with the microphone right now and
That's what
staring at the light thinking, "I wonder if I could knock that down."
oh, he could, and he
Everybody's ignoring me. I don't like to be ignored.
oh no, that's yes. Cash is we've had well, actually, Cash was part of the family before I was part of the family, but he's a great kitty, and has he made a did he just move everything?
He's pawing at the light. Yes, he's pawing at the light.
Oh, so
So,
anyway, but yes, we had hoped the Lions were going to win, and me being the good luck charm that I was being here, we had hoped that would help the Lions, but devastating injury after devastating injury really kind of derailed them this year, and I feel for Dan Campbell, and I really thought it was going to be our year.
yeah, but alas, it was not.
It wasn't. It was a
So so I know that we'll be watching the, Super Bowl, but I'll also probably have a book open, reading one
yeah.
of my books. It'll be more interesting. If it were the Lions, I probably still would have had a book open because I'd have been too nervous to watch the game. It was similar to when Ohio State played in the national championship game. I
Well,
had a
but
book open reading it.
and we watched the election. We were watching the inauguration. We were watching all
Oh,
the
that was well, Yeah, that was a really amazing day.
It was.
It
It
was
was in,
fun. That was fun.
incredible.
There's something in the news almost every day now.
Yeah, they are driving the narrative, and I believe just kind of like it's a phonetic pace that I don't think we've ever seen, at least in my time being old enough to remember politics. I think this is probably the most incredible time to be around this.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's really kind of amazing and the just the transparency that the government really has to be careful now because there are so many ways for us to find information. And it used to be when you and I were kids, it was like you got your information from the newspaper or from TV. And by TV, it was, I mean, when we were kids, it was like maybe CBS, ABC, NBC. I don't know. I don't remember Fox all that much for a while, but and then Fox.
We were older
Yeah.
when Fox showed up.
Yeah, and so that was where you got your news. I mean, you watch the election night coverage, and you'd watch the 6 o'clock news, and that's where you had to find your information, and now, you can watch the Senate hearings. You
Yes,
can watch the congressional hearings on C-SPAN, and you
you can
can
go to
watch
X. You can
you
go to
can go
X
to X.
and
I'm
see
not
why.
on I'm not on X, but Rob is. He has a lot of fun
Yes,
on there.
I do. I I have a good time there, and so it is. Here's the thing that we wanted to talk to you. We wanted to come on and do this tonight. In all seriousness, and we've had a great time. We missed you guys. Honestly, we missed everybody. We used to do this on Monday night. For those of you that remember, um, and it was we really flat miss you. We're trying to work through what time of the week would be a great time to do something like this and what we would talk about. That's always kind of interesting. Would you like us to talk about news of the day or of the week if we did it once a week? We'd of course love to tell you and keep you updated with stuff going on with our ministry, with things going on with Abundant TV. But that was kind of why I think really why we decided to do this.
Yeah, it was, and, one of the reasons that we first started it was we were broadcasting we were recording our show this way, and we would get done recording our show, and then we would go live and and we were telling people about Abundant TV, and then we started going to the other setup where we were recording and not using this, and so it just seemed like a lot of work to get everything back out and do it this way, but we really haven't talked a lot about Abundant TV in this platform in this way, and it's something that I know I talk about a lot of times when I go sings because it's just really something that is amazing to me that God has done. And for those of you who don't know how we started on Abundant TV, maybe you weren't around and heard the story. Rob, I'll let you start, and then I'll kind of chime in and let you know and kind of give my 2 cents.
So the story really starts with Abundant TV prior to us being married. In fact, we were engaged, and a friend of ours in ministry said, "Hey, listen, Rob, I think this is something you guys should do." And I did some research about OTT, which is what this platform is called, which is Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and all the apps also. And I did a lot of research, and I got more and more excited as I did the research. And so I finally came to Kristen and I said, "Hey, honey," and again, mind you, at this time, Kristen and I are not married. We're engaged. We're planning a wedding, but we're not married yet. And I say, "Hey, honey, I think we should start a Christian television network."
Yes, and I should have known, but I didn't. And I said, "Yes, that's a great idea. I think we should do it and let's do it now. Now let's not do it in a week or 2 weeks. Let's do it now." So,
It, and it
we
was
did.
crazy. We spent actually, I think that was April of 2021, and really put a ton of time into it. And of course, then got married. So there was that too, that little thing that was taking up some of our time. And then my mom got sick. So we went through that. And we really, during the part of November, we really started digging into different platforms and how we were going to do this. And it turned out that we found one that was really good. And again, here's where you the things you don't think about is the process from once you commit to that to actually the point where you're going to be on the air. So we committed in January, and we did not go on the air officially until May 5th.
Well, January of 2022, and then we launched May 5th of 2022, and I just remember getting so many different pitches for things in, and you having to spend hours just going through those things, and I was really wondering, how are we ever gonna have enough programming to fill 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And, with that first we did a soft launch. We didn't tell people we were launching. We just launched. And the next day, well, every year on May 5th, you'll see some pictures that I took, of us selfies. We had gone to the Mexican restaurant because it was El Cinco de Mayo, and so we came back and I was like, "Oh, it's like real TV." And Rob laughed at me and he said, "It's because it is real TV." And it is real TV, but it was just interesting to me because I'm like, it was one of those things that was so surreal that this was something that we created, this television network that's on the air that people are watching. And the next day we found out we'd had 760 some people that had watched, and we were so ecstatic. We were like high-fiving each other. "Oh, this is so awesome. Can you imagine 700 people watched?" And then we were like, "Man, some of these networks have 10,000 people watching them. We're never going to get to that." And then we got to 5,000 and then 10,000 and then 25,000 and 50,000. And I think it was the day before our first anniversary of Abundant TV, we hit 125,000 people a day. And
Yep.
so that was really neat. And then we kind of shattered everything and hit over 400,000 at the end of 2023. And so we have literally, God has grown Abundant TV to over 400,000 viewers a day. We're so thankful for everybody who watches, but we're not done growing. And so we need your help to tell people about Abundant TV. And if you're watching on any of the other platforms, you can go to Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, or your mobile device, and you can download Abundant TV. It's absolutely free. Download it and add the channel and watch us. Now, Rob and I, we have our show on Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. We do top 5 things or 5 things we think you should know. Not every week, but most weeks. And that's always a lot of fun. And we get a lot of feedback about that. Um, Somebody had commented the other day. Somebody sent you a message the other day about a story that we did like a year and a half ago. And somebody sent me a message about a story we did several months ago about a skier, a 92-year-old skier. So we were, people are watching the show. They're on demand. So if you haven't seen them, you can just go to our page and you can watch some of them. They're really a lot of fun. It's usually me laughing at Rob for something.
Yes, and that's very very true, and it is. We're one reason why for like the groups that we're doing, the Bible study stuff that we're doing, is all to continue to expand what we believe God has called us to do,
Yeah.
and that's what makes it so exciting.
Hey, we have a pastor from Pakistan watching from Pakistan right now.
Awesome.
And pastor sent us a message about sharing the word of God with their church through a video call. We would love to do that sometime.
Yes,
That would be really neat.
definitely, definitely. Kristen will be in contact with you because she's the writer. I'm the talker. There's a difference. And so, but she would definitely do. That's awesome. See, those are cool things. And hey, it's exciting, and we believe in uh, in this. This is a calling for us. We love it. Um, we wake up every day excited. Like you talked about national religious broadcasters coming up, and we live for this. We're gonna be down there. Jason will be with us, and we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna do some interviews and get a chance to fellowship and spend time with a lot of our friends in the television world, and that's always fun. And we get to go to Texas where it's going to be warmer.
Well, we hope, although I think they've had more snow this year than what we've had.
Yes, we're crossing our fingers that it's actually um, warmer than here,
Yeah,
because you're right. It's been crazy. Their weather. I mean, they had snow in Houston. How crazy is that?
that is crazy. So it snows some places in Florida on the ocean. It
Yeah.
is, this weather's been nuts. It's like all of the weather, so I was saying earlier, all the weather has gone south of us or north
Yes.
of
Or
us.
the north of us. Yes. So yeah,
But
so Kristen told me when I moved to Ohio, oh, you'll get snow, because I'm like, I'm really excited about getting some snow. We haven't had hardly any. I mean, we've had a little bit. Shoot, I had that much when I lived in Seattle. So sorry.
no, we really have not had hardly any snow since we've been married. I mean, the year before though, we had a snowfall where we got like 8 or 9 inches of snow. So that was, I don't know, maybe you brought Seattle weather here because it's been awfully mild.
It has been. It's been great. It's been raining and stuff. It was cool today though. But like you said, the snow that we were promised is not going to happen.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's
no, but
disappointing.
here's the thing. Here's what we want you to do. If you're watching this live or on the replay, tell us when you think we should do this. And if it works into our schedule, we would love to come to you live every week if we can. Realistically, probably not going to happen. Just because, I mean, it sounds fun. And then we both realize that our lives and our jobs take us away from this, but we want to be able to do this on a regular basis, and tell us what day of the week works that you think would be great, and tell us some ideas of what you want to do. Should we talk politics? I mean, that always brings people together. Politics brings people almost as
Oh,
much as
yes.
religion. We those are things that are always great for bringing unity into the body, is those topics. But maybe, who knows? I think it'd be fun. I love politics. Kristen loves politics. We It's one reason why I love X, is because that's where I spend my time debating politics, and I'm telling people that they need to educate themselves. Maybe not in those nice terms. So disclaimer, if you're easily offended, probably don't follow me on Facebook. I mean, on X. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram. I'm very mild there. X might be a little different.
Yes, I know. There are some times where I'm like, "Who are you talking to, Rob?" He's like, I'm not. I'm just answering a comment on X." So I don't know what he posts most of the time because I'm not on X. Probably better off that way.
It's good that way. So, oh well, this has been fun.
Yeah, it has been.
And hey, listen, I'm going to put the group up one more time. We'd love for you to join. There it is. Love for you to come hang out with us. If you're a pastor or you've led Bible studies, get in contact with Kristen and I as we begin to launch this. We really believe that this is something interesting. Or hey, listen, if you're not a pastor, and if you haven't led a Bible study before, but you really feel a heart to do it, get in contact with us. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah, and we if you just wanna hang out with us and see some of the other things that we're doing, just come be a part of the group.
Yeah, I think that's always really good. Well, we've had fun. Don't know if anybody else did, but we did. And see, really, that's all that matters. As long as we had fun,
Yes.
So, hey, listen, guys, thank you so much. Until next time, at whatever day of the week we decide to do this, we will see you. My name is Rob Patz.